What's up guys, I'm Tommy and welcome to Tommy Tech Outdoors. Today I'm going to be giving you a walkthrough of my new 2020 Hobie Pro Angler 360. So stay tuned. Alright guys, so today I'm going to be giving you a walkthrough of my new 2020 Hobie Pro Angler 360. As you can see over here on my left, I have my 2019 Hobie Outback. I'm actually going to be moving some things from the 2019 over to my new Pro Angler to get it ready for fishing. I'll show you guys that in a future video. I'll show you guys my fishing setup as well as my driving setup. So stay tuned for those videos. But right now I'm gonna take you guys in a little bit closer so you guys can get a closer look at the new Pro Angler. On this channel, I do a lot of how-tos, and I share my experiences fishing, crabbing, kayaking, boating, and just spending quality time with family and friends outdoors. So if you're into those kind of things, consider subscribing to my channel by clicking that red subscribe button below, and click that notification bell so you know when I upload a new video. Alright guys, so I'm going to start from the front here. I'm a one-man show, so please bear with me. Got my tripod and I'm trying to walk around with it. So in the front here, you can see is the front hatch. Well, actually you can see this big, nice big handle right here for, you know, transporting and lifting. And then there's the nice Hobie logo. And then on the front, you've got this humongous front hatch. And it's got the tub already in it, or the tray liner, whatever you want to call it. Comes with a bunch of accessories. I'll show you guys that later. The nice thing with this though, as you can see, I'll take this tub out. It already comes with the gasket installed on the top, I'm sorry, on the bottom, and then also on the top here. So you get a nice seal and it should keep out most water. And then inside you can see the rod tubes here. And there's the sailing mast, which I may mount my battery. I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet, but it's ample storage if you didn't have the tub in here. But the tub's pretty nice. So put this back. And we are on the right side of the kayak, just for your reference. As you can see here on the right side, we've got the tracks here. As you can see, I've already kind of put one of my Railblaza adapters in there because I'm going to be using this today, hopefully. And then here in the center, you can see I've got, or there's a sailing mast. You could use that for the sail, or what I've done on some of my other videos, I use the camera mount that fits in here. But that'll be another video. I'll show you my camera setup for this kayak. And then keeping to the left, you can see there is a H-rail going all the way down. We'll get to that, but I want to show you the drive first. Of course, the big thing with the new 360 is this amazing 360 drive, and that's why I wanted to get this. Let me set up my tripod and I'll show you this in more detail. So give me a second. Alright, so now I'm going to show you guys the Miragedrive 360. So it works the same, just going back and forth. And then to take it out, you can see this red tab right here. All you gotta do is just push that back, and then you can pull your drive out. Then while I have the drive out, you can, one of the cool things about the new drives, even the 180 has this now, is it's kick up fins. So if you hit a stump or whatever, they'll actually kick up. And then when you move forward, they'll go back in place. So you don't have to worry about bent masts anymore. And then to put it back in, the one thing you do have to remember is to make sure that the 360 handle is facing forward. And you're just going to put it back down, and it should snap right in. You'll see the tab is nice and secure right there. And then right here, you'll see the arrow. That means your drive is facing forward. So you want to turn it to the left, you just turn the handle to the left, and you keep going in reverse, and that's to the right, and then back to the front. So I made a full 360 the other way. That's going right, reverse, and all the way around. That is pretty awesome. Pretty excited to try to use this on the water. And then to adjust the pedal position, you can see here there's like a little red trigger right here. All you do is just push the trigger in, and then you can adjust the pedals to whichever setting you want it to be. And it's the same on the other side. So you just pull the trigger and you can lift the handle. I'm sorry, you can lift the pedals to whichever position that you need it to be. All right, so the big reason you can't use the new 360 in the older Hobies is now you have this whole piece that controls the steering of the Miragedrive 360 itself is actually built in to the Kayak itself, so you can't actually retrofit this into like an older Kayak. As you can see, this gear here is actually what turns the drive, so that is one big change. Hopefully they'll outfit this into some of the other Kayaks. Hopefully the Outback, that would be awesome if they actually put this in an Outback. So that is actually the Miragedrive 360. All right, so I got my trays in there now. Let's take a look. So if you open the hatch, you can see the nice tackle trays in here coming out pretty nicely. Not sure if I'm going to use it or not, just because I'm so used to just having a tub in there. But we'll see. I'll give it a shot and see what my preference is. But in all my previous kayaks and my two Outbacks, I've always just used the nice little tub that fits in here. So, oh, and actually on the front here, you can see it's got a nice rubber mesh pocket here to store whatever. Maybe put your pliers, I don't know. I don't see the, like in the Outback, they don't have a bottle opener, but I don't usually drink when I'm kayaking anyways, just to be safe on the water, but that's your preference. So that is the front hatch, and then you can see here on the two sides they've got these nice foam mats here for when you stand, and it's got a cool, let's see here, actually see it better on the other side. No, you can't. There you go. Yeah, you can see it says 360. It's pretty cool looking foam mats. So you got one on each side. And then going back here, again, I'm on the right side. We've got, oh, here you go. This is actually right here. This is the bungee that you would use to, if you're going into, shallow water or what have you, you don't want to take your drive out just yet. You can make your drive flat on the hull by taking this bungee and then wrapping it around one of the shafts of your Miragedrive, and then it'll actually keep your drive flat to the hull, which I'll show you here. So you can see here the drive is flat to the hull, so you can navigate into shallow water safely, and then when you get out, you would just take the bungee off like so, and then now you can see the drive is now down. Alright, so continuing on, showed you this earlier, the H rail that's on the right side. This has a rudder control, which I should probably get into that on this side as well. You can see the rudder control here. It's pretty nice. You can steer on both sides. There's another one I'll show you on the other side. But it's nice, it's like really close to you, right next to the seats. So let's check out both of the pull cords here, and my shadow is blocking it. Let me get on this side here. All right, so on the right side, you can see here, I've got the cord here for the transducer. It's currently down. It uses the same Guardian transducer plate as the Outback. Right now it's deployed, which I'll just leave it deployed for now. And then here you've got your rudder control. So my rudder's currently up. You need to put it down just so I can show you guys your rudder turning. So to put it down, all you gotta do is take the cord, pull it back, lift up, you'll hear that snap. Let it down and your rudder's down. So moving back, so right here is the rubber pocket on the right side for you to store whatever. Usually I'll put my pliers in here or something, have it tethered to something. All right, so you can see here we've got the nice big back deck here, and it has a hatch in here. I think this is a little bit different. This hatch is not flush, it's like raised a little bit, not like, at least not in my two Outbacks. The hatches they're just flush, but maybe that's to drain water or something. But yeah. Not sure what I'll do back here. As you can see, some of the hull protruding here, but this will at least let me run things if I need to run them. I'm not sure if I'm going to be doing boondocks landing gear yet, or just using my Hobie cart for it, or even my sea tug, but I'll show that in a future video. And as you can see here, it's got the nice bungee to tie down stuff in the back here. And on this side you can see the rod holder. That is one thing though, is used to having this rod holder in the front up there on my Outback, but you know, we'll have to figure all that out, and again I'll show you that setup when I get to that point. And then on this side you've got a nice paddle clip. You can put your paddle on either side. I have mine on the left right now. And moving back, here's a little plate. I believe this is where all your rudder control is. I'll probably have to possibly mess with this when I set up my Bixby jet, so that'll be in a future video. And then moving to the back here, we've got a nice big handle for you to transport and carry around. This was very useful, putting it on my T-bone, which will be again another video. And then back here, as you can see, it's got these little, I think this is to help with when you're loading right here. And then in the middle, these are your drain plugs to drain your kayak if you need to. There's one on each side here, right here. And a really nice thing they did was they finally, for your serial numbers, they actually colored in with white. You don't have to use a pencil anymore to figure out what your serial number is. There's the nice Miragedrive 360 logo. And again, here's my paddle on this side. Now we're on the left side. And right here we've got the other rod holder on the left side, and again the paddle clip. Have my paddle on the left. The reason I have it on the left actually is because I do a lot of crabbing. You can see some other videos I have. Maybe I'll provide a link above to some of my crabbing videos, and I'm actually planning to take this crabbing possibly today or tomorrow. So that'll be interesting to see how well this performs crabbing. Then moving along, we've got the H-rail here that's on the left side. And the big thing that's very different is this is the 360 handle right here. And you can also see here on the bottom, it has the same rudder control, which is on both sides, which you can turn left and right. And it works the same on both. And the big thing is that the Miragedrive handle is in the front orientation. And then if you want to turn your drive left, just pull it left. Keep going, and then it's going in reverse. And now I can go right with my Miragedrive, keep going, and then I'm straight again. This is pretty awesome. This is probably the big reason, well, obviously the big reason why anybody would get this is because of the 360 Miragedrive. All right, so the next thing I'm gonna do is show you the seats. So the seats right here, this left handle actually adjusts the backrest here. So if I turn it to the left, you can see it pulls it forward. And then if I wanna have it go back, what you have to do with the handle is push it in and then turn it to the right. But usually you'd be in the seat, so as you do it, it'll actually go back with your weight, which goes back pretty far, I think. Is that all? Let's see how far back it goes. Yeah, I think that's as far back as it goes. And then again, if you want to have it go forward, just turn it to the left. That's how far forward it goes. Just put it back here because I'll show you the lumbar support later. All right, so on this side, the right handle, if you turn it to the right, it actually raises the seat. And if you want to lower the seat, you do the same thing. You push in and then you turn it to the left, and the weight of you sitting in the seat will help lower the seat. It's got quite a few. Let's see how low it goes. That's right on the floor. Let's see, can it go lower? Nope, that's as low it goes. Let's see how high it goes. Wow, it goes really high. Look at that. I don't know if you'd ever want to sit like that, but that's how you adjust the bottom part of the seat. So let me go ahead and show you guys the lumbar support now. All right, so for the lumbar support, you have this knob that's on the back. If you want to tighten the back or make it firmer, you would turn this clockwise. You can see the backrest moves forward. Then if you want to loosen it, you just pull the knob down and it releases tension, and then you can push back because you'd be sitting in the seats. And then when you have it at where it is, just push it in, and then you'd want to tighten it up a little bit. So that's how you adjust the lumbar supports on the seats. All right, so the next part of the seat, I have to show you the control over here. On this side, you can see here it says kickstand. So this kickstand actually controls this kickstand right here, which gives you high and low position. As you can see, there's actually two of these on each side, one there, one over there. So right now it's in the high position. So if you wanted to have it in the low position, what you want to do is you're going to want to pull this pulley here. Well, actually, you're going to lift your seat first, then pull the pulley. Let me go put the tripod down so you guys can see it. All right, so there is the kickstand. What you do is pull up. Then what you're going to want to do is pull the pulley back, and you can see it lifts up the kickstand. Then when you let go, sorry about the car, you can see when you let go, it goes back down, and now you're in the low position for the seats. And then if you want to go back to the high position, all you got to do is just raise the seat, and you can see it goes up automatically. So that's how you put it in the low and high position of the seats. All right, so now I'm going to show you how to keep the seat latched in. So if you flip, your seat will stay connected to your kayak. Right here you can see there is a little lanyard back here. It's held in place by this little, there's like this little buckle. So if I pull it up, see that little buckle right there? And then there's like this little piece sticking out. So this lanyard has this metal grommet there that attaches to the kayak. And then all you do is you take this metal piece, goes over this thing right here. That, if you can see it, goes right over. Then you're going to take the buckle and just put the buckle right on top. That's what secures your seat so that your seat will stay attached if you were to accidentally flip your kayak or what have you. All right, so now I have the seat up just to show you what's under the seat. You can see here it's got these nice pads here. So if you were to actually pull your seat forward, which I did right here, you have this nice standing space. You know, it's a nice deck space here. Let me bring this further back so you can see better. So when you pull your seat up, you can see you have this nice open space here with two pads here. This is great if you're a fly fisherman. You have a lot of space to stand up and cast. You could probably do it in the front as well. There's a lot of space there. But anyways, you have these nice pads that keep things quiet if you're walking around, and then also it's just nicer on your feet. And then you can see here, this is the same grommet that's on the sides. Here, let me bring it closer. So you can see here it's got the same setup, just like in the newer Outbacks and PAs for the Guardian mount. You have this cover. This is actually where your transducer cable would come up, and then you would feed this into the grommet, then underneath, and then into one of the grommets that are on the side of the kayak. So that's pretty much the same as the older one. All right, so underneath the kayak, it's the same Guardian mount, just like in my 2019 Hobie Outback. I'm not sure if this is in the newer PAs. I think it is. Anyways, it's the same Guardian mount, so I'm going to be moving my transducer on to this new Guardian mount. All right, so going back to this side over here, there is a pulley right here. It is for your skeg. So you can see here, if you pull it, so when you pull the skeg, you can see it has those teeth there. You gotta lift the cord out of the teeth, and then your skeg goes down. And when you want to pull it back up, just pull it, and you kind of have to push it into the teeth there to keep your skeg up. So that's how the skeg works. And this knob here, this is actually a tensioner for your rudder. You can actually adjust the tension on the rudder control here to make it tighter or looser or however you like it. So at least that's an option, which is pretty cool. So one thing I forgot to mention on the right side, which also has it on the left side, is you have this nice little grommet here. That's for your fish finder cable to feed it up and then, onto a mount on your H-rail or on the track. So that is actually the same thing on the left side, which you can't see because I've got my paddle there, but there's another one on this side. You can kind of see that there. So I would actually put mine on the left side and then feed it up and then have my fish finder on this ram ball mount. Which gets into the next part after the H-rail is there's another track mount here. And on the tracks, you also have, which I forgot to mention on the other side, is these little tool holders for like a knife or a set of pliers or what have you. And there's another small one up here on this side. All right, so also on the front, you have the rod tubes here to keep your rods safe and secure. So those are pretty nice. I didn't have them on my Outback, so I think it's gonna be pretty nice to have my rods stowed away, kind of out of the way, not sticking out of the back. So I'm gonna go ahead and go through some of the things that also come with the Pro Angler. So here's the new inserts. I'll show you that in a second. This is just an insert if you're not gonna use the Miragedrive. So it comes, of course, with the H-rail rod holder, or yeah, the little H-rail rod holder. I don't even know what you call these, but it's so you can put them in your tubes. Then it comes with a nice cup holder, H-rail cup holder. And this looks like, oh, this is the additional mounting pieces for the Guardian transducer. I'll leave that. Then this is also a cool T-handle. I'll actually show you this in a second. So you yeah, I'll show you what this does in a second. And of course, your owner's package. So let me show you the handle and that new insert real quick. All right, so now I'm gonna show you what this little T is that comes with it. It's pretty cool. If you take your paddle out, just take it apart, put one down. Then you can see here, since you've got these little holes in your paddle to put it together, let's take this T-piece, slide it right in, push it down, should snap in. Did it snap it? It's not snapping. So now, cool thing, now I've got a nice paddle, kind of like a paddleboard sort of, I guess, or more like a canoe paddle actually to me. So you actually paddle like a canoe as opposed to a kayak paddle. And then you can take it off easily. Want to go back to kayak type paddle, just put your paddle back together. There you go. And then you get your kayak style paddle. So you got the choice of using either one, which is actually a pretty neat idea. All right, so here's the new Miragedrive inserts. If you pull the Miragedrive out, if you're not using the Miragedrive, if you wanted to paddle around, you would put it in this way. So you can see this little notch here that goes into the piece right here. So you just push that in, or will it go all the way in? I guess it doesn't go all the way in, or does it? Looks like that's seated properly. Oh, there you go. There you go. So now you've got the Miragedrive insert just so water doesn't, you know, pop up when you're just using a paddle. And again, it's easy to take it out. Just pull it out. Then you can put your Miragedrive back in. Make sure your Miragedrive is straight. There you go, you're good to go. So now I think that pretty much covers everything on the new PA360. All right guys, so that was the walkthrough of my new 2020 Hobie Pro Angler 360. Stay tuned because I will be doing some on the water demos showing you guys how it turns and give you guys some speed tests. So make sure you stay tuned for those videos. And if you guys have any comments or questions about it or like me to share anything specific about the new 360, let me know in the comment section below. So if you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. And if you're not a subscriber, make sure you subscribe for future videos. Well, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.